Hello and welcome to the Moto Daily Show on the Motocross Network. Eventually, I want to do these videos every day during the week, but I've been working on a lot of other things now, so once in a while I'll have to do for this. In today's show, we're going to look at the finally confirmed deal between Webb and Star Yamaha, and I'm not going to get into the press release or whatever. You've all heard the press release, but I'm going to give you some clips, the first riding footage of him on the Star bike, and there's also a quick interview of him talking about the switch to the team. I'll throw that in there as well. On top of that, we will be looking at the freshly announced Team Germany for Motocross of Nations. And yes, Ken Roczen is back on the team. Pretty excited about that. After that, we'll look at a fresh silly season move in MXGP with longtime Monster Energy Yamaha rider Jeremy Seewer switching to Kawi. I got a lot to get into in today's show. If you want to skip to a certain topic, I have chapters in the video as well. It'll be on the top of the screen or on the bottom. You know how it works on YouTube. So you can watch whatever section you'd like, and let's get right into it. So the first topic is Cooper Webb switching to Yamaha. Everyone's excited about it. That was, in my opinion, the best Webb we've ever seen was him back on Star Yamaha days in the 250 class. I mean, that's when he beat Hurlings, and Hurlings even said himself that was the only guy he was afraid of was Webb at that time. So that says something. Now, before I show you all of his riding footage, well, there's not a lot, but we have a little bit of riding footage of him on the Star bike. Let's first listen to his interview. Hear what he has to say about the switch to Star and moving
like
and all
a
this
rookie
stuff.
again. You know, it's just been nice coming to a new town, making a new drive and riding new tracks, new bike, new team, and it's just really refreshing. And like I said, I haven't been this excited to actually ride my motorcycle in a long time. So I'm loving it, and hopefully we can continue to have that feeling. And for me, I feel like this is home. Like I said, these are the guys that took the chance on me when I was a young kid, and that I really relate to. And I think we all have the same mentality, and you know, they're just family. At the end of the day, it's like family. So yeah, I think for me, I plan to be here as long as I race, and I wouldn't want to have it any other way to end my career here at some point. And you know, I don't know when that point is, but I definitely don't plan on being anywhere but here.
Watch that, I see the Webb that switched to KTM. I see that sparkle in your eye. You know what I mean? That Webb. I see that. I feel like the past couple years in KTM, he's been more or less miserable, struggling. Team's not happy. He's not happy. They got into arguments. He hated his suspension so much, and they wouldn't let him adjust it the way he wanted it to. It got to the point where he had to buy his own suspension and bring it, because that's what they told him to do. He's not allowed to make those changes. KTM didn't let him do what he wanted to do, so he had to buy his own suspension. But yeah, that interview, I see that the Webb when he first switched to KTM, that excited, fresh start, I'm ready to go kill it. That Webb, that's the Webb I see in that. So I think he's going to be dangerous, and I think he's going to come into this weekend as an underdog, but when you think about it, he killed it in Supercross, and he was a top 3 to top 5 guy in Pro Motocross before he left. So what would stop him from doing the same thing in Super Motocross? And everyone's going to say, oh, new track, new bike. I don't know. I mean, I think he's going to get adjusted pretty quickly to this bike. I think he's going to be just happy, comfortable, new setting, excited to go race and go out there and kill it. Honestly, he might be not podium, but definitely top 5 guy this weekend. I don't know if he'll be on the podium, but it's definitely a possibility. That's not out of the realm of possibility with Cooper Webb. You know how he was when he first got on KTM. I see that happening maybe this weekend, but at the very least, I think he'll do it in the last couple weekends of Super Motocross. And if not, you know he's going to be dangerous next year. Maybe he's not comfortable yet, but overall, he's going to be dangerous on this bike soon enough. With all that crap being said, let's take a look at the first riding footage of Cooper Webb on training on that Star Yamaha 450. I got a couple clips, so let's watch them. Well, there isn't much to say except Cooper Webb looks really good, and I think this might be the second comeback of his career. I mean, again, when he switched to KTM, that's when he got super dangerous, and I think that's the level of Coop we're going to see in the playoffs this year. And next year, we might see another championship from Webb. I mean, it's going to be kind of weird, though, because Webb and Tomac are kind of rivals, and been rivals for a few years now. So for them to be under the same tent, working kind of together, that'll be a little weird. But, yep, awesome for Webb. Looks great on the bike. Glad to see him back in blue. Let's see what he's got this weekend. My next topic is Team Germany. Germany was finally announced. I honestly forgot about this team. I've been paying attention to all the Motocross of Nations teams being confirmed for the past couple weeks now. And later today, I will have a video of all the confirmed teams listed out. But yeah, I honestly forgot about them. I didn't even think in my head. I'm like, who else is missing on this list? USA, Australia just got confirmed. Who's missing? Didn't even think about Germany completely. Anyway, it looks like a solid team. I mean, I think Motocross of Nations this year is going to be one awesome battle because there's like 5 really good teams right now. And let's get right into it. Ken Roczen is back. I don't remember when the last time he raced Motocross of Nations was. I know in 2018 he did. But besides that, I don't remember when he raced for Team Germany again. Either way, Roczen killed it this year in Supercross after he had some struggles with suspension, swapped companies, swapped different types of that, trying to get used to the Suzuki, and he did. I mean, he won in Supercross, and he came out for one Pro Motocross race, and I think he could have been... I mean, he pushed Jet. He could have won a Moto. It sucks that he didn't, but yeah, the fact that Roczen pushed Jet and to see how fast Jet is this year, that says something about Roczen. So keep that in mind. Roxon's fast, and keep that in mind for Super Motocross as well. He's going to be a title contender in Super Motocross. Or not title. I don't think he'd be the title contender. He's far back in points, but he's going to be a race win contender each weekend. That's for sure. In MX2 class, we have Simon Langenfelder. I have had him on the show multiple times. He's a friend of the show. Cool kid, really fast rider. He got unlucky this year with an injury, but he's won races. He's podiumed. He's proved how fast he can be, and he's only been in MX2 for a couple of years. So, fast kid, lots of potential. He's going to represent Germany perfectly. I mean, he's one of the fastest guys in the MX2 class World Championship right now. So, what's stopping him from being a top contender in Motocross of Nations? We might see Germany running up front, man. And in the MX Open class, not the greatest pick, but I don't know who else they would pick. There's not many German riders right now. But yeah, we got Tom Koch. Tom Koch is he's an all right guy. He's an all right rider. I don't really know. He races a variety of championships, steps into MXGP for a couple races. I think British Championship he was in for a couple races. So I don't pay attention to those small championships over there, really. I don't know which one he actually races in. I know he did the ADAC series. But anyway, I'll just go based from his MXGP performances this year. He was just outside top 10, I believe 13th and 15th were the last 2 finishes in the MXGP class. So not a top guy for the team, but it's the MX Open class. He's just got to kind of get out there and survive. Let's not get too bad of a finish. So if he can get around that at Motocross of Nations, I don't see why Germany can't be a top 5 contender. I mean, they're going to be top. Not sure. I want to say top 3. I really do. because Roczen and Langenfeld are such a good duo. But Australia is going to be really strong. France is going to be really strong. Belgium's going to be strong. And I just don't see Germany beating them. Either way, Team Germany looks great. I'm excited to see Roczen back out there and Langenfelder kill it again. But yeah, that's Team Germany. If you guys want to see all the confirmed teams so far, I believe a half hour after this video comes out, I will post a list of all confirmed riders. So if you want to watch all that, see who's confirmed so far, yeah, go check that out. On to our next topic. Jeremy Seewer is confirmed to switch to Monster. Or no, not Monster. Just Factory Kawasaki now. That's Just Factory. They're not sponsored by Monster anymore. So Factory Kawasaki MXGP. Seewer switching to them. My first reaction to this is like, what was everybody thinking? Seewer has been one of the most consistent guys in motocross around the world for the past like 3-4 years. Now, I don't have his championship standings in front of me from the past few years, but I know he finished second in 3 of the last 4 years, I think, and the other one was 4th in the standings, I believe. You know, let me look it up. I got to look it up because it's incredibly impressive. Jeremy Seewer, okay, Jeremy Seewer results. Let's see where he stands in the points. All right, so he's been in the MXGP since 2018. 2018 was obviously his worst season. He got 8th in the standings, but since then, 2019 second, 2020 second, 2022 second, and he's currently sitting 3rd, and in 2021 it was 4th. That's the oddball one I was looking for. But yeah, he's been in the top 5 in the standings for 5 years. And on top of that, here's a stat for you. 63% of Yamaha's wins since 2018 were from Seewer. 36% of Moto wins were from Seewer. So who's a better representative of Monster Energy Yamaha? Like, it's crazy to me that I know why he left. He spoke in an interview, I don't remember with who, but I listened to him with an interview talking about silly season stuff, and he said that he was focusing on money. And that he believed he wasn't being paid or supported. I don't know. I don't want to say supported. Obviously, Yamaha liked him and wanted him, but I think he felt they weren't treating him as a champion contender. And they weren't paying him as a champion contender. And I believe Yamaha said they weren't going to pay him more, so Seewer looked in an opposite direction. So I don't blame Seewer for going to Kawi. And Kawi, the new 2024 model, seems to be working good. I think Fevra finally figured it out. I know Mitch Evans, I talked to him. He's struggling with it still, but he's not going to be on the team anyway next year. Anyway, Fevra is killing it. He found the equation that works for him. And hopefully he can help Seewer with, I mean, I'm not sure if you want to help him, but they can work together. Seewer can, if he gets comfortable on the bike quickly, I don't see why he can't run the same way he is now. I mean, I think right now it's more about the physical part for him. Because Seewer, he never crashes, ever. I don't know any other rider that rides as smooth as him. Seewer never crashes. He hasn't gotten hurt. I don't think a major injury in like a decade. It's extremely impressive. But overall, I just think it's crazy that Yamaha couldn't step up. Apparently, they don't want him that bad. But again, I did also hear that Yamaha was having some changes of leadership, I believe it was. Change in leadership. Therefore, there's going to be a change in plans for next year. So I don't know who they're selecting or what their program's going to be next year. Anyway, Jeremy Seewer to Yamaha, or to Kawi, that's pretty awesome. The team manager of Kawasaki MXGP said, quote, "On behalf of KRT, I want to express how excited we are to have Jeremy on board for 2024. Roman Fevra has shown that the factory KX450 SR is a race-winning machine, and we are sure it is capable of winning the championship. With Jeremy as part of KRT in 2024, we have a formidable rider lineup and a very real prospect to achieve our goal of overall championship success." He didn't say anything wrong there. Kawasaki is finally back to being a top contender in MXGP. They've been kind of struggling for a while. But overall, awesome to see Seewer get another deal. He was even talking retirement for a little while, so I'm glad to see he's gotten something straightened out for next year. All right, on to my next topic, and that is Super Motocross pay. Not the bonuses at the end of the championship. Everyone saw that, but this is the pay just for race payouts per position. Now, before I put it on screen, I'm just going to tell you what normally in Supercross first place gets paid, and that is $16,000 in the 450 class. Here we have the 250 class payout for the Super Motocross playoffs. First place, $50,000. $50,000 for one race. There's 3 races. One race, $50,000. That's huge. Second, 25, third, 12. That's all good. Now, here's where it gets weird. Fifth place to first in the LCQ. The gap is $400. So a fifth place rider and an LCQ rider are getting paid nearly the same thing. That's insane to me. But on top of that, from 11th down, it's a $10 difference. $10. So what's stopping me from just cruising out there? Like, I that's just insane to me. What's the point in fighting? If you're in 21st, why would you want to fight to 11th? That's insane that the difference there is $100. $100 for 10 positions in the Super Motocross World Championship. I don't know, that's just sketchy to me. That's really insane to me. I don't know why they have all this money up top and then just kind of get it down to $10 difference. That's crazy to me. They got to have some more money to give these guys in the lower positions, because I don't think the difference between 5th place and LCQ should be $400. That's just my opinion. If you're a top 5 world championship guy, and then there's Joe Schmo in first place in LCQ getting $2,300, like what? Anyway, I don't have the 450 pay. I didn't find the 450 pay. Let me look. Let me see if I can find that quick. 450 SMX payout. Yeah, I can't find 450 payout. So, yeah, that's a 250 class. I don't have 450, unfortunately. But let me know your guys' thoughts on the pay thing, because on one hand, it's incredible to have $50K going into presumably Hunter Lawrence, Joe Shimoda's. You know what I'm saying. One of their pockets. That's pretty awesome to see. But then the $10 difference thing is insane to me. So let me know what you guys think about that. Awesome in one hand, crazy in another. All right. On to the next topic of the day. Now, I like to include little things like this because it kind of gets swept under the rug and no one pays attention to the small things like this, but it's awesome. So everyone knows that Benny Bloss signed with Factory Beta for 2024, and I would presume that he'd be training nonstop right now, because that is a completely different bike, completely new bike to the championship. They probably want help. And we're 3.5 months out from Supercross, and I don't think he's touched the 450. He's been just killing it on a Beta 300 two-stroke, like nonstop for the past. There's no video of him on the 450. There's only videos of him on the two-stroke 300cc bike. Like, he loves it, obviously. He keeps saying he loves it. But I figured I'd show you guys riding clips of this in case you didn't see it. He looks comfortable on it. And, I mean, maybe he should just show up at Supercross with a 300. I don't know. But he's been nonstop riding this thing, and he looks great on it. So I figured I'd include a clip of him riding that 300 beta bike. Here it is. There's no better sound than a crisp 300. That bike just sounds awesome, and he's having a lot of fun on it by the looks of it. Yeah, Benny, come on, man. Get on the 450. Let's train. But, I mean, if you're going to take the 300, I wouldn't mind watching that either. So take that 300cc to Supercross, and I'll be there to watch that one. But, yeah, awesome bike. Benny looks good on a beta. Now, before I wrap up today's show, it's a little shorter than the last one because I don't have a special guest today. But before I wrap it up, I wanted to show you guys, give you a first look at the Super Motocross Playoff Charlotte track. There's been a couple of pictures around, but I found some videos as well. I'll show you guys just what it looks like.
Caroline du Nord sur le Dragway de Charlotte pour la première épreuve du Super Motocross 2023. On vous fait découvrir la piste rapidement sur l'Instagram lebigostar.com. Grosse journée puisqu'il y a le press day et les premiers essais sur cette piste du SMX 2023. Donc rendez-vous sur la page Facebook lebigostar.com et aussi bien sûr sur le site tout le week-end. Elle est pas bien là? Bon allez, à bientôt, ciao.
After watching that question, just considering you're not only riding next to the walls, you're jumping over the walls. How often do you see guys jump off the track, slide off the track, go around a jump, they crash, tipped over, gotta go? What happens now? If a guy cases one of them, do you know how unbelievably bad that's gonna be? So, SMX, come on, please, cover these things up. It's already dangerous enough. The sport's already dangerous enough. You don't have to leave these walls bare. Come on. Just even next to the jumps where they're jumping over it, just put some padding, please. Anyway, the track looks good in my opinion. Just the walls need to be covered near the track. Come on. Other than that, I like the track and can't wait to see what it's going to be like tomorrow. So hopefully Super Motocross. Sorry. Hopefully Super Motocross is good. I think it's awesome to bring in more money and help privateers out, especially. Yeah, let's see what they got. That's it for today's show. Let me know what you guys think of some of these topics, how you feel about those sketchy walls on the track. How do you feel about those race payouts? It's pretty funky. And what about Coop on Yamaha? Does he look good? What do you think about that? Other than that, leave those thoughts in the comments down below, and thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next Moto Daily Show. Bye.